Hey, this is the Entertainment Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is the topic of the problem with gay representation in movies. So for this video, I'm going to express the problem with how gay people are represented in movies, specifically referring to the affection scenes that they have between each other, like female on female, male on male, all that type of stuff, to be quite blunt and honest with you, when it comes to why it's problematic for the enjoyment of a movie experience. Okay, so now I mentioned that, let's get started. So when it comes to the topic of why it's problematic, is that it simply makes people feel uncomfortable for something that is supposed to be obviously a movie, an experience that's meant to make people escape reality, okay? Which obviously it prevents that because you're forcing your views on other people, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, it's already been shown that, obviously, as we all know, to be quite blunt and honest with you, gay people, are simply gay, okay? To put it bluntly, okay? And to be even more specific with the point I'm trying to make here, okay, is that that's a lifestyle choice, okay? To put it bluntly. And when it comes to lifestyle choices, to be quite blunt and honest with you, to speak the honest truth here, if you want to be gay, that is your choice. This is 2026. Nobody cares if you're gay anymore. That mid-2000s thing about, oh, beat up a gay person, oh, they're the missing link between apes and human beings, burn a Batiman alive, type shit, that's outdated. No one thinks like that anymore. Even people who do not agree with that lifestyle, at this point in history, simply, to be quite blunt and honest with you, just say I don't support it, but they're not. But even they, most of them at least, don't even say let's kill them anymore, or let's oppress them and suppress their right to obviously feeling affectionate with each other, like gay marriage and all that stuff, and going to gay clubs. They'll just simply say I don't approve of that lifestyle, okay? That era, because the truth of the matter is that era is done. That's a long fucking time ago, okay? So that's the truth. If you want to be gay, then go ahead, that's your choice, okay? I don't necessarily approve of it, or more like, to be more specific, I don't approve of that lifestyle, but that's your choice. That's how you want to live. Make your choice of how you want to live. But the thing is, which a lot of people have issues, the issue, like a lot of people have with the gay community, is when they try to force their views on other people, to be quite blunt and honest with you. And that is a problem people have with the gay community, okay? Because a lot of these movies, okay, let's not get beat around the bush, they have an agenda. They're trying to push their views and beliefs on people, okay, to be quite blunt and honest with you, okay? So the truth of the matter is, when you try to force your beliefs and views on people, obviously you have to understand that's going to be problematic, because the point of a movie anyway is to be escapism from reality and not remind people of reality, like things that obviously make them feel comfortable is one of the problems that obviously kills the escapism experience. Because why the fuck do when I just want to watch a movie that, is made simply for entertainment, because I'm interested in the storyline and so on and so forth, and I just want to see cool action scenes, for that matter, and maybe have a good moral to the story, if anything, like a very simple moral to the story, just randomly see two men kissing for no fucking reason. Why the fuck do I want to watch that? For that matter, and it might be related to an important scene. Why the fuck do I want to see something that makes me not want to watch a scene? And that's the thing what people need to understand in the gay community, is that you have to respect people's decency, okay? That is the honest truth. When people are not interested in something, you have to respect their right, okay? Just like how if we in the West during the world, go to a Middle Eastern country or go to an Indian country, let alone certain countries in general, if they say, we don't want you to eat this, whether in the Middle East, obviously pork, or in obviously India, we don't want you to eat beef, and stuff like that, then we have to respect their choices, because that's their culture, okay? And the thing is, if people have a cultural belief system, that's their right to believe it. Whether you necessarily agree with it or not, that's their right to believe it. And in the West, homosexuality is taboo. So why the fuck are we having movies of two men kissing each other and being affectionate with each other, let alone women as well? I'm not gonna play that game about, oh, it's cool to see lesbians, it's uncool more like to see gay men. I don't like any of that shit. I don't care if it's male on male. I don't care if it's female on female. It's negative, it's wrong, and it's straight up evil, for that matter. When it comes to the idea of pushing that stuff on people who are not comfortable with it. If you want to do that stuff in your bedroom, go ahead, fine by me. I have no problem with that, because I sound like I can stop you, for that matter. That's your personal choice, that's your personal life, but do not force me to watch something that I'm not fucking into. I'm not into that stuff, and a lot of men, more specifically, the vast majority, if not at the very least the majority of men, for certain majority, we are not into that type of stuff. We don't want to see two men kissing and being affectionate with each other. I don't want to see that shit. So why you forcing us to watch that stuff and saying, oh, it's a reflection of the times? That argument is so dumb. To be quite blunt and honest with you, it's a really, 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 really dumb argument, okay? It's such a damn stupid one, to be even more exact, okay? Because the majority of people who are gay, okay, to be quite blunt and honest with you, and are not just gay, for a short period of time, or maybe gay for the stay at the very least if they're in a certain environment, like if they're in prison, whatever, yada, yada, yada. You get the point, okay? They make up actually a very small percentage of the population. The majority of the population are heterosexual, whether or not specifically on the female part, they dabbled in homosexuality, same-sex relations at one point. That is something they did when they were a lot younger, okay? When they're grown adults, even women, and specifically, of course, absolutely men, do not engage in same-sex relationships. And most women, who have done that stuff, if not the vast majority of women who were bisexual and even had same-sex relationships when they were younger, they grow out of it and they just say, I want a man, to be honest, because even they realize, yeah, it doesn't really work in honesty, okay? So my point is that if something's not a representation of what the majority of the population are into, then why the flippin' fuck do you want to show that stuff to people, okay? Because when you show stuff in the media, you want it to be representative of the majority of people, or at least a significant chunk, like 30-40% of the population at the very least. To be honest with you, if you have something that has already been proven, like 1-2% of the population actually actively live and continue, more like for that matter, to live throughout the rest of their life, how is that representative of entertainment? And just in general, just to add insult to injury, because I'm really sick and tired of this shit as well, what determines the success of a movie is simply down to how fucking good it is. That's what determines the success level of a movie, not what you're personally into in the bedroom and all that type of stuff, okay? Besides, the most successful, highest grossing movies of all time were made decades ago before this same-sex stuff was even popular, and I'm certain it would still be successful, because when people watch a movie, they want to watch a movie because it's entertaining. Who watches the movie say, yeah, I want to watch a movie because there's two men kissing in it, or yeah, I want to watch a movie because there's two women kissing on it? Even if you're into that type of stuff, whether you could be of the opposite sex, seeing people of the opposite sex in that stuff, like a woman interested in seeing men on men action, or a male seeing female on female action, you can go simply on the hub, more specifically Pornhub, to be quite blunt and honest with you. Why the fuck do I want to go to a movie and see that fucking shit? That's exactly what I'm trying to get across here, okay? And that's why I get so pissed. And most people get so pissed when they see that stuff, let alone the fact that so many young, impressionable minds, which of course are children, have to be forced to watch that shit. I don't want to watch that fucking shit. When will people understand that when people are uncomfortable with something, you do not show it to them? And they do it all the time. And the thing is, the majority of the population, specifically male, because of course us men, we actually know how to make up our fucking minds, and let alone know how to persevere and don't cry and stuff under pressure. I'm not hating on women, I know, honestly, I'm just speaking honest truth from the stuff I see a lot of them do. But anyway, aside from my personal critique, the point is okay, men who easily make up 50% of the population, for that matter, it's already been proven, men who are born straight will never be gay. There's nothing you can do, and they don't ever want to indulge in that stuff, okay? The majority of them, at least, if not the vast majority, okay? So if they have proven that they're never going to do it because they think it's a highly immoral activity that's going to devastate them and make them wish they were dead. I've heard bare men say they'd rather die than be gay. Then why the fuck do you want to show something to them? It's not like you're going to change their mind at all. You know, it's so dumb no matter how you look at it, let alone a lot of women too are not into that stuff either, for that matter. So to put it bluntly, to be honest with you, if the majority of population of something more like are not into something, do not force it down on people. People are not going to change their opinions and views. So why force it down on people? And obviously, if kids want to be into that lifestyle and stuff, they have to figure it out when they grow older, not when they're still young. You know, is it right for them to figure out what they're fucking into sexually? That is wrong. So in short, to sum it up, that is a problem with gay representation in media. If you want to be gay, that's your choice. That's something you have to pick. But at the same time, do not force your views on other people, okay? And that is the truth. So anyway, this is my video. This is off the saying. So we put them out. So bye.